she comes! Sataria's here! Let's quietly ask for how we'll sway her to our side. I'll leave that to you. I trust you. Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find out.
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me is... are you... okay. Strange. I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names? Are you sure?
Well, actually...
Huh, I see. I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you...
A mess?
Well...
I hear you. Nope. The gods are asking. Sataria.
Why haven't I gone...
Sataria, why don't you just go home?
And if I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's...
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god...
King Deshret? No wonder. Even though news of King Deshret's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academy.
What insolence! I am King Deshret's most loyal believer.
Oh, no. As a child, I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Wait! Ooh, she just Well done. Sataria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her to the core. Aw, Nahida, it's understand human emotions really well after all. All I know are some... Anyway, enough of... She's out of Keem's now, right on cue. Let's get ready to possess him right away!
It's okay. I just got caught up in something. Oh, actually, didn't you ask gardening? But don't you... Fair. Speaking of, how's he doing? Oh, that's good to hear. Actually, well...
Yeah, he's been...
If you could find the time... He has a quick temper.
Oh? So... I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert, yet you chose...
Akeem, you don't...
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the
Can't pick a side? Me?
Whoa! Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this! You really zeroed in on but once everything is... Come on! Sataria's arm...
So, like, as if...
Oh, right. I celebrated this...
Wait,
Are you still failing to realize that the
Shishan...
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed. In reality...
Please stop!
Even now, Sataria's still trying to... She can no longer justify every... Hey, she's trying... This is the most...
Mercenary, you please, try to Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many heretics. What kind King Deshret? Many people...
Miss Sataria, King Deshret is immortal, and you must face the truth, Sataria. You tread a child of King Deshret. Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of King Deshret.
Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
I've also been but no matter how much I may try.
You won't necessarily.
How do you know me?
That's not important. If you could provide some.
I've actually never believed in the gods. Please tell me. I was just one of, but I know very little. I've just been working. However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to this
To fight against the academia.
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assistant. One thing though, I won't be able to transfer the documents.
The academia entrance.
Don't worry about that. I'm only suggesting.
All right.
So,
That'll
the Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. As the god of wisdom, she's also the one. Maybe it's time for me to find a god to believe in.
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed to bring Sataria to our The Traveler's execution was ingenious. Well, now pray. But if we're going to pray to the god...
Congratulations!
Catherine, we're here! That's right. I suppose I'm the other... Shh! We're on a secret... Yep, Paimon's right. If something were to happen, after all, the academia... Yep, exactly. Just what Paimon was thinking. Anyway, enough about that. Off? What do you feel is up? It's the middle... No, I think he's... If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets. Huh. I also can't quite... Well, there really aren't many people out right now. Let's hope it'll be this quiet in front of the academia, and that Sataria managed to distract all the guards.
Yeah! Got her!
What are all these people doing here at this hour of the night?
Ah, the triumphant hero returns at last. And to a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
You're the outcast, expelled from the academia.
Indeed I am. Although these days they tend to call me the Doctor. If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a true scholar.
The people of Samir City. What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can deposit information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world. My experiment is a success. And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
No, what should we do? These are all just regular people. Leave now. You need to get out of here. What? That guy's a Fatui Harbinger! We can't just leave you here! Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru! Don't worry. We'll meet again outside of the city.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the god of wisdom.
This should be far enough. Is the Hida going to be okay? We only made it out because of her. Paimon wasn't counting on running into a new Harbinger here. He called himself the Doctor. Remember? And that even the sages are wary of him. Yeah, but what are the Fatu... Yeah, Nahida said we'll meet it... you mean... Oh, right! Even though he turned it... There's no time to lose.
Skyward! Scatter! Inconsequential!
Come on, we can do it. Let's dance.
Skyward! Skyward! Scatter! Stop it now!
Good things come to those who wait.
Yeah! Skyward!
Hold it right there. A blonde-haired traveler and a floating fairy. We've got you all right. Take a look around.
Are you mercenaries from the Corps of 30?
Core of 30? We're nothing like those government lapdogs. We are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate in all of...
The outcast? An outcast from the academia? But why wouldn't the doctor just send the Fatui after us?
Still wasting time on idle chit-chat. We'll shut you up.
You're up, traveler!
Following order. New punch.
Make way for the adept!
Up to it, Manzai. Ta, ha. Ta. Alley-oop. Ta. Congratulations. That's close enough. New punch. Ta.
I'll be back.
It isn't over yet! Here comes reinforcements!
Yeah! Scatter! Stray clouds converge!
Alley-oop.
You want this?
Take that.
That was pretty rough. Is that what elite mercen? Yeah. Looks like we'll have to keep our... But this doctor got... going up against smart...
Yeah! Scatter!
Oh, it's the traveler in Paimon. Kale! It's nice to see you again. As a result... Oh, Kale. Speaking of Taina... Oh, Master... I thought it was weird, too. Master Tainari... No, I only found out... to leave? I know that before you began... A research bee. Oh, we don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Party's DI. Got it. We'll do...
Yeah! Scatter! Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
you're okay. We were so worried about you. Hey, this was supposed to be a touching reunion, but you're ruining the moment. Actually, it's very smart of the Traveler to be wary of me right now. After all, the doctor has shown that his technology can apparently plus. It's not like you could have known what happened. Even a pool of stagnant water after a torrential storm can occasionally pass as a patch of sky. Paimon feels like only the real Nahida could come up with such an obscure analogy. Huh? But... Well, we understand that point now. When you left, I was still in the middle of instead. Luckily, I meant... I wouldn't be... I gave away also. Would that mean you'd no longer be able to jump between minds? Then, how do we stop him? He's still at the academia. Ugh. It feels like he's... Plus, the doctor's come... We shouldn't give up hope. Actually, yes, I have. You didn't come... We're looking for us... Okay.
Traveler?
It's Hypatia!
What a
Who's this? She's a scholar we met in the event. Oh, I see.
That's right. We're
Hypatia? Wait, no.
my consciousness.
You did it? Congratulations!
When my consciousness made contact.
That sounds incredible!
Oh, all right. Remember? My current self.
You can do that? I've never...
Hold on. All right now. Hold my hand. I'll help.
Okay.
Ready?
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies. My fury will never be quelled. The first to betray me was a god. My creator. My mother. Valuing strength above all, she saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family. My friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounced the world and laugh in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity. There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
What was that? Did we actually just see the Balladier's memories? Everything matches what we know about him. But how is he connected to the divine consciousness that Hypatia was talking?
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such a majestic god! Such a noble will! Such sublime... Alas,
Shame. If only that which beats within my chest wasn't a...
Do you understand now? I'm afraid this is no periporno life, but rather...
You! What I found!
Apasia?
That's how I always thought Wait, have I... already lost my mind?
Wait, something isn't right. Okay, we finally lost him. Are you okay, Nahida? Wait, no. Something feels different.
Oh, the Traveler's back?
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an emergency measure right before the Catherine pup. After that, Tainari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here. What? You swapped places? You mean your consciousness also went into Nahida's body? Wait, then where is Nahida's consciousness?
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this. Had I not seen it with my own eyes, I would have never believed it. Also, while we were running, the consciousness in your body told me to pass on a message. The doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness, so I can't journey with you anymore. But even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and
Oh no! Nahida's trapped in the sanctuary of Surasthana for good this time. Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague. Oh, that makes sense. Since the doctor captured her, she won't be able to say anything without him knowing. She's being extra careful. Even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still Paimon knows the moon illusions and lies are from that. Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria. Oh, that makes a lot of sense, but she's...
Paimon, you said Sanctuary of Surasthana, correct? Does this mean that this Nahida you're talking about, the consciousness who was occupying the Traveler's body?
Your guess is correct, but the situation's a...
That's all right. I've spent some time...
Thank you, Tainari. Oh, actually...
that... All I know is that the project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
Huh? Did you see something? What?
Do you have any evidence?
Tainari, did you...
I did. If I didn't take action, now that you mention it, but I still didn't expect them to do something as the doctor and the... From your description, but then...
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the Sage's goals. Right, we've pretty...
I'll stay here for now. If you're planning to go, come find me here if there's...
Thanks, Kainari. Hope...
Skyward! Scatter! Skyward! Scatter! Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Yeah! Skyward!
We finally made... So... Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside.
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Huh?
Over here.
Oh, Haytham went that way! Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
What the... Where did he go? How did we lose him?
More Aramite mercenaries? How are they working?
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago. There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of... All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Haytham. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the Academe. However,
Oh, right. You...
I have no interest. And these days, not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still in... Everyone says that... Which brings me back. The leader of Ain al-Ahmar used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you. And upon seeing him, to have that kind of reaction,
Haytham, you...
So that's your... But that does prove you do have... No matter...
That's right. We have...
Then I'd suggest starting with Aruv...
It's always better to...
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Before us lies Aruv...
Whoa.
Sino. Unless my memory fails me, We have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia.
Oh, Hatham. Do not think you can escape my judgment, just because you managed to.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would a...
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who is that, Al-Haytham?
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al-Haytham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his... I have been pursuing this scribe for a long...
Has Al-Haytham done something wrong? Paimon doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Al-Haytham, I saw it during our fight. Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academy? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra... Have you been given a mission that, if I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two? Ugh.
Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia? Great! Finally, someone that we can trust! You gotta help us out here, otherwise these two are gonna start fighting again!
Yeah, sure looks that way. 2 giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Not some... Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and... But how dare you bring your petty dis... It seems like someone's gonna... Hey, did either of you...
Ooh, what's going on? The wind's such...
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly!
Someone's calling for us! Hold it!
That sounded like Candace. Come on, you two. Jeez, are all of you Academia folk...
All right, stop yelling.
Well, this... Hey, wanna play sardines with 3 people who wanna tear each other? The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room. Please, let me introduce myself.
Our savior has come at last! Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister.
All right. Now that we're all as a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow village, and now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to... So please, if anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality.
Oh!
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself...
All right. I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now.
Wait, that...
I have nothing to hide. So there's no shame in Well, Al-Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts. It's not because I've been rather...
Huh?
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project. As General Maham, I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request. But I began to realize that, unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected the power of the I realized then that the vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless. I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance. I will never give up on this.
Sino seems to have this plus now that he's no longer the general. Well, Sino, if that's your story, then what?
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard the sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this? Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the traveler. After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me,
The most
unfortunately, their words contain, from my perspective, so, had I been less
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then, so it came as quite a surprise.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidence.
Even though I ran in, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike a...
That's true.
I'm willing to apologize if I took the divine knowledge capsule behind your back because I judged it...
You should be well aware, Scribe Al-Haytham. Answer me this.
Have I not made myself...
Fine.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad. And now you, Dia.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that my situation is I had nothing going, but then I saw these.
Is that all? Well,
That's more like it.
Whoa! What was that sound?
no need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home.
Creatures?
Fighting in a sand...
Yeah, just leave them to Candace. Don't worry.
The winds died down. That means Candace still isn't...
When you put it that way.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Ooh, Candace, you're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with this...
Yes. They just keep coming in waves. I've lost count of how many I've defeated.
Here comes another wave!
Leave this round to us. I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Yeah! Scatter!
I'll protect us. Here comes another wave! When are they ever gonna let up? Let the show begin. The creatures stopped appearing.
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Huh? Who are you?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hand. I am the chief of Aru.
Sir, I am also...
I can't. Besides, Sans.
So, Irminsul's
Everything in the natural world...
Everyone in our, speak.
village keeper?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Most of them are scholars who... The academia believes that they're...
Alas, but no one in the village.
I've had encounters with those people.
The mantra...
Mock me if you will. But if you are guilty,
Oh, you're the form.
Is it because you're reminded of her? But, is it really?
I'll be grateful for the. Let's start by finding.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing a Do you still have any questions for me? One of my former subordinates, the academia, one mad scholar. Initially, Aru village was struck suddenly, despite the powerful. After that,
The soft green light? Paimon thinks so too.
in theory,
Oh, no wonder.
if you are able to. So, what do you really?
What? You don't believe?
No, it's Lesser Lord Kusanagi. The academia, in addition.
No way! Nahida
I've spent many.
Good! Then you
That look in your. How can this. To think.
Alright, now it's our turn to put easier said than. Excuse me, are you. Huh?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is East.
Is your grandpa.
Hey, don't.
The person you're
Grandpa is. I heard everything you said.
So I was planning.
Whoa. Sorry. I was.
All right.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Sino is.
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to.
Huh?
Yes, Isak's parents were, unfortunately, later. However, one summer night, so Grandpa, the next morning, it's said that the Isak was through.
All this somehow.
Perhaps. It's also my.
Maybe the people have.
Huh?
No, nothing.
Perhaps you are more.
Hey, Isak! Oh, it's you! We've cleared everything. Really? Yeah!
All right.
Excuse me, did you have.
You mean the village keepers? When I was eating dinner the other. Anything else?
The scholars that have gone don't change the sub.
Right, but honestly,
Do you also think
Grandpa... he was actually the one... It still feels pretty surreal. Well, whatever the case, I'll always be thankful to him and whoever taught him to...
Gotcha.
Skyward!
Sir?
Oh, well, the last time I...
Oh, think? Yeah.
I've known you since...
Wow, what?
Okay.
Huh? Don't say an... Let's head over there. Listen.
Have you heard? Yes, of course I have. King Deshret is the one and only true still. Haven't you noticed? Delavar was saying that many people... Isn't it a sign?
Huh.
Exactly.
Now, repeat everything you've just said.
Huh? Who are...
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Yeah, bro, this guy's something else. Just look at his eyes. One wrong move.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay? I am no...
Okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about King Deshret.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for...
Hey, go on.
It's true. It's all true, sir. Would you want to live like this? Delavar also said that once King
Is that...
Seems...
Please...
The people here really like King Death.
Where is this...
I haven't run into him over the past few days.
No, not at all.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radicals.
No, of course not.
I have many ways to stop you from talking, so you'd best just stay home, don't do anything, until I've...
Yes, got it.
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty... He didn't try to reassure us at all.
I heard that.
Sorry.
It's part of being a match. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. Very well.
Isaac!
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there.
Join the Aramites and embrace a wonderful new life.
Grandpa? Oh, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa. Well, this is where...
There sure isn't much here.
No.
Incense? But are you okay?
There's a scent that you can...
A certain
So...
Huh?
Yes.
Wait.
No. No need. Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house? In the forest.
What are you looking for?
Here it is. Take a look right here. Although the trait from the size and shape, the scent is quite faint.
But who would come look?
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with...
Huh? So you can... Hey! What's wrong with liking good food? Everyone...
Exactly. Even deep within the clutches of...
No. Grim?
So, someone's taking advantage of... Are the rumors really true? Could the disappearance of...
It's highly...
Please, you have to save my grandpa.
Sounds like we'd better have...
Let's head to Aru...
Right.
We're back, Candace! We've got a lot to tell you.
Ah, welcome back.
Sounds like everyone's friends already.
Oh, Dia's here too!
You bet. So, everything goes smooth?
Reasonably.
I'll hate them didn't go with you?
We haven't seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the...
Did you find out anything you... I see.
The resurrection of King Deshret? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it, not to mention making... It seems someone...
Makes sense.
So,
If it was any other... Didn't you say that the villager...
if Paimon remembers correctly...
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled... These guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in King Deshret. Way they see it, King Deshret's resurrection... Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change...
Tia! You're amazing!
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intelligence. Every mora I've spent in the tavern...
Let's head out.
Now hold on, you're staying right here, son.
Why?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sore thumb. The desert is unforgiving, so the way of life here is also a... Compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of. I need to go around and ask some questions. Good, then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebot with me, and we'll try our best to figure out where the mad scholars have been taken. Sino?
Alright, sounds like a plan. Well, here we are again.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall of Samiel.
I know what you mean. I had the same question. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really... It was only after I grew up that I realized. The wall of Sumeru is run... We're cheap labor. Like lives. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. Geniuses like Satari... I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Hey, Dia.
No. Besides, we're here to procure an...
Yep, we gotta...
Shh! Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want our mission started the moment we arrive. Let's go check out the tavern.
Yeah! Skyward! Got him!
Just our luck.
You mean, you...
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence.
Zak?
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land? Hello, hello.
Anyway,
Absolute.
Yeah. Have you seen?
Of course I have.
I've got a.
Ah.
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep.
Yes. How can...
Yeah! Scatter! Skyward! Skyward! Scatter!
Are we there yet?
Yep.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on. A wild
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. You really think we didn't hear about what you said back in Aru Village? The boys have kept a close eye on you. Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar.
So, you've been watching us from the very...
Uh-oh. I knew leaving Sino behind was a mistake.
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't ya? Who do you think you are? You really thought we'd...
So you and Delavar have been partners...
Dia! But you got one thing right. We're all looking forward to it.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't miss a second of it.
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samiel would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Enger. You're here too, huh?
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. You should... Dia, I thought that you...
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping...
See? There you have it.
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora. And my...
Enough talking! Get him!
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Just following orders.
Take that!
Make way for the... Let's dance.
Impossible! How could you...
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you... I'm guessing you're in... And of course you would believe, even though you... That so-called flame, that's what you thought. And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. Okay.
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in...
No task can be done.
Oh!
Those two who were snooping around were just a...
Oh! You mean...
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Enger and Delavar, alcohol has...
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find... That's what you wanted to...
Wait! So...
No, he...
Wow!
Ah, you're too...
So... That...
Hmm?
About how mercenary...
Does that bother you? What makes you so sure?
Dia? Do you...
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and gratitude. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people, unless they... I've begun to realize, but I see through it.
Dia...
Anyway, looks like we're done with business here. Traveler, lend me a hand. Let's tie him up and bring him to the village. This should be all of them. I'll let you take.
All right. I'll be in touch.
Candace, do you need any help?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can't. She's been guarding Aru Village for quite.
While I'm questioning them.
Why don't you? I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler. As for these idiots,
Hey, Dia!
right on time.
Paimon's been...
We've known each other for some.
Oh, Paimon...
Yep, I get us Mercs on the other hand.
Well, Paimon thinks...
Really?
Oh, Sino's here, and he's prettier.
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more...
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
Candace, where... Whoa, you look furious.
Do I?
Oh, there's no map.
Perhaps I need to work. Still, it's...
Yes, ma'am. Please, don't beat us anymore.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
You fear death yourselves. Yet you do not hesitate to place the lie. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community. You come here. You've made your... We may all be... The people of Aruv. A war would only...
I'll tell you everything.
I'm listening.
They're called Village Keepers. Slip up a...
Yes, it was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread the word about King Deshret's resurrection and talked us into helping him. I'm not...
That's one.
Huh?
Strike.
Wait, I'm telling... He got us to lure them out of their houses and then... You gotta believe me.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No way. That guy, he wears a cloak.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Uncle Anpu.
Smooth.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak of... Some time ago, it strikes me now...
Which means...
Not the academia again.
Just as I... But what could they want with the...
People are nothing but... Regardless.
You're right.
Time to go.
Yes.
You got it.
All right.
Let's meet back here. Let's get some food in us and then we'll... Whoa! Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we...
You were gone for ages! And now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway? Hey, what's with this...
You never think things through before asking questions.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname! There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. It makes it so hard.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time. So clearly, I stayed in... Anyway, you plan to leave Aru Village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yes?
Yep. gonna find out anything more by staying here, so we thought that we might as well take the... Enough with the...
No. I'm just surprised that you decided...
Al-Haytham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru Village. Bold of you to question our choices.
Yeah, you're all talk.
While you were investigating, I had my own work to do, which I've...
Really? Paimon doesn't believe...
To be honest, we aren't really a team, so I have no obligation to inform you of my whereabouts. Not to mention that going separate ways allowed me to find some important information that you...
Huh? Right here in the village?
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But, before that...
What does that mean?
How do you think the residents of Aru Village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single...
You mean, some of them lied to us?
Hiding the truth does not necessarily equate to lying. Again, remember what Candace said. Most people in Aru Village don't necessarily care which deity... By contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was consciously keeping you out of the loop. In fact, she's... The reason being...
Those eyes.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority and...
Right. You were asking...
She corrected herself mid-sentence.
I think it's been a few days.
Remember?
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them.
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village...
Then, why would she lie?
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing...
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me. If so, it's best if I stay out of this.
We're on it!
Miss Shawnee, as we discussed earlier...
Mr. Al-Haytham, I'm aware of where you stand, but...
Huh? What do you mean?
Go ahead and talk to her. You'll get the answers you want. Go on. Earn her trust.
Is it really that simple?
May I call you Traveler? Hi, Traveler. Do you think the resurrection of King Deshret can truly change Sumeru for the better? Why's that? That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you. Before, I wouldn't even have Traveler. Do you believe our lives will get better?
Yeah! We came here from another nation, so it isn't wrong of you to be weary. And we aren't really but even so, we've met lots of people from different places, and we've always fought for what we believed in. We have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help them. That's why we decided to stay here for a while.
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that. To be honest, I didn't expect you to come back.
Al-Haytham told us you have your reasons. It's okay.
The fact is that only one side of my family is dead. Some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others believe in King Deshret. I don't...
Speaking of which, the radicals mentioned that they despise traitors. Do they just think that anyone...
Yeah. Some people can be so narrow-minded when it comes to bloodline and beliefs. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. I pretended not to hear or see any, and then it happened. The village keepers who had helped me disappeared.
You can tell them. I'm sure he'll keep your secret.
All right. I'll tell you what I told Al-Haytham. I actually have a sharper sense...
There are ghosts?
Perhaps. I'm not sure. It's faint, but it's definitely the sound of crying. It comes from... It used to be louder and more frequent.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. They also have someone with a good ear, and he's heard similar sounds at night. But, because we're in the middle of a desert, he would rather...
There's really nothing around these parts, except for an old...
I think they used to use it for treating Elazar.
Yeah, let's go! this
like
the
land
place?
to the sea.
Monsters! Watch out!
Seize the skies! Skyward! Scatter!
Up to it, Manzai!
Let the show begin.
Skyward! Scatter! Stray clouds converge! Riveting! Scatter! Skyward!
They were easier to, super...
Hmm.
You look super serious. We gotta stay on our A game, too.
This is the one. Let's go in and take a look.
Hey, hey, we haven't found squat. Are you sure we aren't wasting our time here?
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then, I'm taking a break.
And just like that, he sits down. What are you reading?
Okay, sure.
Huh? The natural position, which is the positional propensity of an entity in natural...
So,
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya. How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this. Hey, what good is that gonna do for you? You're acting like one of those annoying grown-ups who go around nagging people to focus on... Hey, what gives? Shouldn't you be the one providing for Paimon? Oh, thank you for working so hard and earning so... Thank you. Paimon's getting so sleepy. Huh? What was that sound?
there it is. It's coming from that direction.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's not seeing anything.
It's from below.
But there's no way we can get down.
Something is off about the interior here. As I thought. There's a hidden
Wow. It's like they tucked it. Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms.
Dang, I bet water costs an arm and a leg around here. Good thing I brought my own.
chance.
Many happy returns. Ta, ta, ta.
Ready, steady, go!
Yeah! Scatter! Make way for the Adeptus! Skyward! Scatter!
I'll ensure you're safe.
That's close enough. Where do you think you're going?
The feeling's mutual.
I'll be back.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Yeah! Skyward!
Let the show begin. Oh, no! Hi. Look, there's someone. Good idea. Let's.
Wait. You're...
He can't speak, and also,
Didn't expect to see him.
you know him?
He's Razak, a senior of mine at the academia.
He's a scholar too?
No. And that Razak was never involved in any of those things. Leaving that question aside, looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Razak here. Perhaps they simply didn't have... There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully
Loaded.
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry. The symptoms are identical.
Huh?
Allow me to jog your... Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Oh!
Correct. The academia is behind. It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale. First, these rumors were all the persuasion that as well as being a life for the desert, many would give even if complications arise. The notion of an
Oh, that makes a lot. But there's.
Throughout this process, first, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, an exile is still if you can't find
Resource?
one possibility.
Extract?
With the technology of perhaps the
So, the human brain.
I'm the academia anyway, judging by Razak's or perhaps his curiosity. The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer. That's right. However, the academia is... I've spent quite some...
You mean you're not...
All scholars see extracting information...
Sounds like you're really...
Of course. Whether it be academics or not, this matter needs to be correct.
Wait! Did
Not to be callous, but no. There is no shortage of suffering.
Probably not.
You can say that. The divine knowledge capsule is something...
Hyman's been wanting to...
Though I must say, uniqueness is also an app.
Wow! That's a great way...
I'm just a more likable... He won't last long if we leave him here. Let's take him... We'll work out our next step after...
We're back!
You must be tired. You should rest and take some water.
What's the situation?
Who's this?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather. Nevertheless, he's one of the...
So, at one point in time, the abandoned Elazar hospital served as the...
Yep, pretty much!
Their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru village. Since yet, they fled once we were...
Yeah.
We may have a mole in our midst. One of us could be secretly revealed.
Huh? Are our friendships that shallow?
Looks like none of you have realized wherein lies the issue. Sino, you're the reason why they can predict our...
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next words very carefully.
It is simply a logical inference. I have my reasons.
So what you're saying is... interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious...
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't like...
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Mahamatra? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Before you can take action against someone, you are required to have all the facts available, including the less than savory details. Simply put, the academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. Knowing their modus operandi, if you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make sure that you can avoid its bite.
The academia is monitoring?
It's not that simple. The academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have a special protocol. Every so often comes a Nyagarbaha Day. On this day, the academia enters new information into the Akasha through knowledge capsules. I remember seeing the thick notebook next to the control panel once. Its contents were all about the General Mahamatra, his activities through—
You're saying that the academia entered my information into the Akasha too? But what's the point in doing that? My actions aren't important enough to be added into—
The Akasha is capable of computation. The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the
It predicted my every—
The academia has been watching you longer than you think. However, the fact that—
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a tenacity of will. Sino, don't take it to heart.
They escaped because of me.
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements, then I might—
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
there is always an opportunity for safety after—
Oh, so that's how it is! Paimon gets it now. If the academia is trying to avoid Sino, then the safest place— Yep, that's right!
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going. I must go.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys! After him!
Please, wait! I want to go
You want to go too?
I want to find Grandpa. I promise.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Yay! Let's go! Remember, Paimon feels like we're missing someone, though.
Yeah! Skyward!
So, where do we go from here?
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Is that because you play here a lot?
Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert. But I was the one who brought him back.
There's something here. What's this?
It's buried in the sand. Looks like we'll need to roll up our sleeves.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work. Okay.
These are likely fragments of an academia-developed device. Something that looks like there were more than one village keeper. They must have been escorted this way, because there are device fragments scattered around here. Let's split up and search the area. Chances are that we'll find other things nearby.
Is this what we're searching for? It looks kind of scary.
This is definitely a device used to extract divine knowledge.
How did it end up buried in the sand? They must have been attacked along the—
Wait, what?
Grandpa, I hope you're okay.
Don't worry. Your grandpa's gonna be fine.
Razak didn't display any sign.
We should be able to catch up.
One more thing. Given I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone.
Ugh, running on sand is so tiring.
But you're flying, aren't you, Paimon? Is flying over sand tiring too?
Ugh, of course it is.
Voices, over there. It sounds like an argument.
Whoa, you have really good ears.
Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen in.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for
You're one of us. We wouldn't have...
scholars. You don't know as much as
I'm...
Dia? Why would you... Dia!
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa? What?
Well, look who's here.
This complicates things.
You've betrayed Aru Village?
So, this is the great General... Dear, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Raman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing can deter us from the grand mission.
Face the facts, Raman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone.
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of King Deshret.
It's not too late yet. The village
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose.
Even if it'll expose you to the academia? Even if they end up...
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. With these scholars in our
Ridiculous. Think about it. The academia... If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're...
They look more like pawns of the academia. Filthy traitors.
It's impossible. Perhaps.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the academia? These people have no... These scholars were exiled from the academia. I, on the other hand, am their current...
Wait, you can't be serious.
So, you want to trade places with the hostages?
Precisely. Any wise person would...
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I'd get the... I'm not trying to...
You were the scrub.
Not all desert dwellers...
You academia scum. Every last one of you is nothing but a hypocrite, just...
Not so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said?
I never make empty...
You know you're making a dangerous decision.
I do.
Good. Raman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can...
We've known each other for...
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their Come on, Raman. Don't be a coward. If you're...
What if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're merc.
You're not wrong, but...
Let's do it right here, then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't listen to him! He's not even...
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Rama...
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to
do it! Stop!
What's wrong? Can't do it.
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than... You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends and leave. Meet me in the desert at noon tomorrow.
Phew. I was really counting on him not going through with it.
Dia! That was crazy! Have you all lost your minds?
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm. Okay, I'm sorry. But sometimes when you're out—
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with the likes of them. If it came down to it, you would not lose to them either.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is— even if we got rid of—
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grandpa, so I'll do whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes? You just...
Huh? Are you—
The Eremites once...
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself? Okay, let's—
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
You're all here so early.
looks like we have everyone—
I'll watch from a safe distance.
Okay.
Dia, wait,
What's the matter?
I heard that you were quite...
Fine.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
They got...
Uh-oh. Is it because
Is everything ready?
Absolutely. You brought fewer people.
Bring him over.
Grandpa! Why is there only...
Raman, I've always thought of you as a man.
It's a one-for-one. And let me put it this way. Agreeing...
You stay right there!
Playmate! What do you think you're doing?
Grandpa!
Don't you see this blade here? You coward. Why are your hands shaking? Wait a second. It's a earthquake!
Paimon.
This day's going...
The sand dune collapsed. I saw an energy field. It glowed green with dendro. Just like you said, it may well have been the remains of Lesser Lord Kusanali's power inside the scholar's body. The dendro archon. The present one.
Grandpa? Grandpa?
Hey, look around you.
Did there used to be a temple here?
It seems that when the sand dune collapsed, it exposed these underground the symbols on the... It could have been an underground palace.
Oh, a miracle. Praise King!
What's he doing here?
They must have fallen down here with us. Most of them seem in really bad shape. Except for him. He got off lightly.
Mind your head.
No, this isn't the time for conflict. Our exalted lord has shown us the way to his sacred palace.
He's not actually gonna go in there, is he?
As it happens, I want to take...
What are you doing?
Don't you think it's curious? Two major deities...
Paimon thought you weren't interested in...
Indeed. In my view, gods are just a higher form of living being. Or creature, you could say. New discoveries are always worth an...
Raman, what are you gonna do about...
I'll just let them lay